Leadership Pathways. He's asking for 5 to 7 minutes. The title is I Am Who I Am. Roger.
What is my leadership style? Welcome, my fellow Toastmasters. It's awesome to be up here with you again. I never put too much thought into what my leadership style is until Toastmasters asked me to. My main focus was who am I leading and where am I taking them? As my research of leadership styles, I found 9 common leadership styles. I'm going to run through these because I'm going to take you somewhere else that you probably wouldn't expect me to take you after I go through these. Number 1 is transformational. Number 2 is transactional. 3 is servant. Number 4 is autocratic. Number 5, laissez-faire. I messed that one up. I call it laissez-faire. Number 6 is democratic. 7, bureaucratic. 8, charismatic. And number 9 is situational. This is where I find myself really being at, is situational. The situational leader would make it a habit, well, not really a habit, but they would bounce from different leadership styles. Not out of confusion. They do this because they bounce from different leadership styles, seeing which one is going to be the most effective to the situation, individuals, or where you're at. Now, since Easter just passed, I'm thinking, what was the leadership style of Jesus? As I was studying, I found him to be a transformational leader, a transactional leader, a servant leader, across the board. And I thought, well, this is kind of putting him in a box on his leadership style. And the reason I'm pointing this out, because this is the style I would like to adapt, even though I will fall short. But it's a great leadership style. I call it the I am leadership style. Where do I get this? It started off with Moses had a conversation with God at a burning bush. So God called Moses to lead his people, the Israelites, out of slavery. Moses had doubts about being able to lead because he did have a speech impediment. I'm sure he developed other impediments such as low self-esteem, but he did it anyhow. Here's a little taste of that conversation. Obviously, we don't know what really happened there except for what was recorded. Exodus 3:13-14 states this. Then Moses said to God, behold, I am going to the sons of Israel, and I will say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me. They may say to me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the sons of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Okay, so now I am. That's a pretty crazy way of saying, who are you? I am. I am what? I am everything is what he was saying. So that's the kind of leader I'd like to be, is the everything leader. I want to be the leader to, this needs to be done, okay, I'm going to do this. If I need to pour into this person, I'm going to pour into that person. I am type of leader. That's why I say it's setting me up for failure. So Jesus adopted this type of leadership from God the Father, and then he also linked himself to, in John 10:30, is I and the Father are one. This is where he linked it together. Now there's a handout on the paper, or on the tables. I have them face down in a pile, and I put down a few attributes of the I am leadership style. And now, the way I put this was to relate to us as human beings, not us, not relating to being God Himself. Because there's no way we're going to fall, or no way we're going to even match up to that. Now, there's only about 7 on here. We're going to go, I probably will grow this, but obviously I cannot do that in a 5 to 7 minute speech. But number 1 is a definitive plan. When you're leading someone, you need to have a definitive plan. Where are you leading them to? Like I said earlier, who am I leading and where am I taking them? You have to have a definitive plan. If you plan on taking someone to the water, if you don't have a plan to get to the water, where are you going to end up? Probably in the desert. No water around. You need to have a definitive plan. Number 2 is exchange of choice. See, I took this from God because God chose His followers, but then in change, the followers had to say yes. The followers have to accept. In this kind of leadership, you want to choose who you want to follow. Now, if they don't want to accept, that's okay. Move on to the next. Hi, how you doing? But this way, you can have a selective choice. And it's an exchange. When you make an equal exchange, I pour into you, you receive, you pour back into me. But you accept. That exchange will create a better working relationship. Number 3 is discipline. When I'm talking about discipline, it's not always about beating someone. You're wrong, you did wrong. Smack you around. It might take a little verbal beating, but here's the thing about discipline. It's also made to help you grow to another level. This is why you have to have that importance of that exchange. If you don't have a good exchange, they're not going to want to hear that any discipline. And there's going to be something farther that's going to link that together too. Now, discipleship, this could link right to discipline also. But teaching and guiding the principles set for the definitive plan. The Bible has 10 commandments. That's for the followers of God. This is where I got this from. But what rules, what regulations are you leading? Where are you taking people? You have to have rules and regulations. And this is where discipleship is. You teach them the rules and regulations. Now you have an awesome organization because you just passed on the meat and potatoes of your organization. And you can put it right on. Next would be delegating. This is where you want to delegate responsibility. Let everyone be a part. Let them feel good about where they're at. Some people in a workplace, they go, well, I feel like I have no purpose here. Well, that's a shame. You're getting paid. You should have a purpose. But you also should feel like you have a purpose. And then delegating also means delegating someone to help me lead. Hey, Vikram, can you help me lead? I see something in you. Delegate something. Then number 6 is relationship. You need to have a relationship with those that you are leading. That ties into all this. Ties into all this. I do have Bible references to where you guys are standing. If you want to look up that on your own time. If not, that's fine, I understand, because I've just shown you where it came from. But God has a relationship with His followers, and we have a relationship with Him, because that was the exchange. For now, I hire you, Jolyn, how you doing? Welcome to the company. Now I did all this other stuff with you. I'm building a relationship with you. That's important. You're going to get the best work out of them. But also, you're going to get the best out of them. What visions do you have? What gifts do you have? Now, number 7, fills needs. This could lay right into the servant leader. I'm not talking about giving you everything you want. No, I give you everything you need to do the job that I delegated to you. What do you need? You need this? I manage a restaurant. And sometimes I'll wash dishes. Here's a need. One dishwasher needs help. All right, 29 years, I'm still doing dishes. Here we go. But you know what? I got them out of the weeds. I built a relationship. See how this all works together? This is only a taste of it. Now, I'm finished with this, but I also have on there, if you're interested to hear more of this subject, because I know this is cut short, but if you're interested in that, I do have a Facebook page. I am going to start adding more about this breaking down. That's up to you if you want to go on that. Toastmaster?